assignments did he have in Canada and for Canadians?
Because of his role as a sniper, he wasn't really assigned to things in Canada, but there was, after he died, a neighbor of his came over to tell us a story about Chris. She'd only met him one time, and that's what was so interesting about this. He had gotten up for work one morning. It was early, about 4 o'clock-ish, and I guess he was out on his back deck doing whatever, having a coffee, and had seen smoke coming out of his neighbor's backyard, so he thought it was a friend of his who was up having a campfire, backyard campfire, and he thought he'd go over and say hello. And as it turned out, it wasn't his friend's backyard, it was that neighbor's backyard. And when he looked over the fence, he noticed the smoke was coming out of a basement window. And so he walked around towards the front of the house and knocked on the door, and nobody got up. So he put his shoulder through it and went in and woke everybody up in the house. And it turns out that they'd had a fire in their basement, and he kind of got her and her 2 kids out of the house. What's most interesting about this, and this is what I think the Canadian military does so well, is he didn't tell anyone. You know, he didn't do it because he thought he'd be on the news. It wasn't because of he thought he'd get praise or accolades. He didn't tell anyone. His friends, nobody knew. The only person who knew was the woman whose house he went into, and you know, that's the kind of guy he was. That's the kind of people that we have in the Canadian military. It's complete selfless, do for others kind of attitude, and that's what I like most about our military, is that we serve Canadians within Canada, not necessarily as an active military, but just in our actions every day.